Oh, Jay Hobson, man, I swear if I had known this video, sorry, if I had known, man, that this interview had actually happened, I would have commented on this ages ago. Um, wow. Okay, so Eric Bischoff's pretty much buried this guy because the guy has said, and I hate to borrow a line from Michael Cole here, but and I quote, because Eric's not doing a good job as an on-air talent, he should be let go. Okay, well, I agree with Eric. Unfortunately, I do agree with Eric. Partially, I agree with Eric partially because, yeah, it's true. You cannot just release someone just because they're not a good on-air talent. Although WWE is starting to show that, but you can release somebody if they're doing something which is actually damaging the company. And in my personal opinion, I believe that it might not be Eric Bischoff in general, but it's whoever's got this whole thing with Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan going, they should be let go from the company. Because let's face facts, they've done this routine for what now? They've done it for probably 3-4 weeks now, and look at it. It's burying it. It's burying the company. I mean, look at it. Like, everyone's already calling it like I've said this statement so many times it's starting to sound old even to me, but they're starting to call it NWO 2.0, and that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing because that's pretty much referring to TNA as WCW, and who wants that? Who wants to be known as part of a company that? Who wants to be like even be put in the same sentence as a company that got buried by the same guy you actually hired? It's not very smart, but yeah. But no, but Eric did say something very interesting, and this is, I'll probably be a bit controversial with this statement, but I don't care. Eric said, so from what he's saying with the on-air talent thing, should guys like Ric Flair and him and Hulk Hogan and stuff be let go? In my personal opinion, yes. Yes, you guys should be let go. I'm sorry, but you know what? Because you know what you're doing. You know what those guys are doing. The three main power players, Hogan, Flair, and Bischoff. They're taking away from the talent. They really are. They're taking away from the talent because everyone's like, because I personally think everyone's like, okay, well, what's Immortal gonna do this week? What's Eric Bischoff gonna do? Is Hulk Hogan gonna return? And everything else. And I don't know if anyone's personally watched this video, but Hulk Hogan actually came out with a video that if you looked at it, you'd have to say Hogan's on drugs, or Hogan just plain wasn't thinking when he made the video. But he said they're going to change wrestling. It is no longer going to be storyline based. What you're going to see from now on is real. It's going to be far out there and everything else. Hogan, I respect everything you've done for the business. I respect what you did for everything else. But when you come out with that statement, that makes Hulk Hogan look like the biggest douchebag in the world. Because no one in their right mind is going to believe that. No one's going to believe, oh, okay, so okay, someone gets attacked backstage. Man, that's legit. That actually happened. This guy actually attacked him for no good reason. Bull crap. If that sort of stuff was happening, and people actually knew about it, do you honestly think TNA would stand for very long? I don't think so. TNA would go up just like WCW. I've said this so many times as well. You want TNA to be great like it was, go back to that. Go back to what made TNA great. Not the 4-sided ring, the 6-sided ring. Go back to their originality. Doing stuff that all other wrestling companies, even the indie scenes, are doing. That just makes them look mediocre. But everyone tuned into TNA. It was TNA, in my opinion, was like WCW, not WCW, ECW. And that's a big statement to make. Because ECW blew people's minds and took the bar to new heights. And that's what TNA did when they first started. They took things to new heights and everything else. The 6-sided ring was unique and the talent was awesome and everything else. Then you started getting generic. Then you went for the 4-sided ring, and then you went just for rating purposes. Went for Bischoff, Hogan, pretty much anyone you can get your hands on. When you didn't even need to. You had great guys there. You had guys like Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Sting. Sting is 50 friggin' years old. I think he's actually 51, 52 now. I'm not really quite sure on that. But he still went out there every night, busted his ass off for the company, and he made them a shitload of money. And there you go. Alright, anyways guys, that's my opinion. Anyway guys, that's my opinion on this whole Bischoff thing. Just go back to the originality of it and get rid of this immortal crap, because that's just what it's. That's just the only thing that really needs to be changed. The ring and the huge faction of immortal. That's just it. Alright, thanks guys, bye.